Here we are. All right, so here we are again. Today's Wednesday, April the 22nd, and I'm joined in my dressing room by
Matt Carroll. Hi, everybody.
And Matt, are you the AGMA representative?
I am. I am the union representative for the singers here at the Lyric. I've been here for 9 years. I did my master's and doctorate at the University of Michigan, and I got to study with...
Oh, really? Did you really?
Yep. And I got to study with Lorna Haywood and Shirley Verrett.
No.
I did.
No.
Yes.
You're kidding.
No. In fact, I started at Michigan shortly after she did Nettie on Broadway.
Kidding.
No.
That's crazy.
I know. Yeah. So I'm sure she's looking down from heaven, and she's probably so proud of you.
Oh my goodness.
But I love doing these musicals.
Yeah.
My undergrad was actually in musical theater, and then I did my master's and doctorate in voice performance at Michigan. So I have so much admiration for especially a lot of these Rodgers and Hammerstein classics, because you really do need to have a legitimate operatic style singing voice to perform these kind of works. And a lot of times,
why do you say that?
Well, because it's more classical music. It was written at a time when opera singers performed it. There were no microphones when this kind of music was written. So it was written for operatic singers like Gordon McRae and others that had very classically trained.
Christine Johnson's family came to the opening night.
That's awesome.
And Christine Johnson originated the role of Nettie Fowler, and she was a contralto who sang at the Metropolitan Opera. In fact, when she did her debut as Erda. But I was just, and they were telling me all about her, because there was the conversation of, in You'll Never Walk Alone, keep your chin up high or hold your head up high.
Right.
And apparently Hammerstein
you hear it both ways, too.
You hear it both ways.
Right.
I think it's better to sing chin up high, but I prefer head up high.
Sure.
But
it's a better vowel.
It's a much better vowel, right? But anyway, so that's another conversation. But anyway, so what was it that you were telling me?
Well, I was just saying that the head of the Rodgers and Hammerstein Foundation truly believe that the future of their productions are at opera houses, because they're able to do it with a full orchestra, with the voices that were supposed to do it when it was written. And it's wonderful because in today's day and age, especially with musical theater singing, a lot of times they're taught maybe not necessarily how to sing in a healthy, supported, classically trained way. And I believe that if you're given the right tools with the proper technique, you can modify your voice to sound a little bit differently, but do it in a healthy way with a little bit less vibrato in the musical theater style, or you can even try a little bit more of a rock and roll or belt style. But in order to do that, you have to be classically trained and trained with the right technique to modify it. If you just go straight for that kind of style, it leads to so many vocal troubles. There's so many people and artists that get nodules because they weren't trained classically, they weren't trained with the proper technique. And so that's why I really enjoy doing this genre, because you get a mix of both, but it allows for that good, healthy singing. Even with 8 shows a week, I noticed a lot of the more musical theater singers are a lot more fatigued, where the more classically operatic singers are just fine. This is easy for us.
I was so worried about it. I was like, oh my God, I've never done that many performances. And I was telling my friend the other day, I said, I'm fine. I'm just great. I'm just great. I mean,
it's healthy singing, and it's good. It's not as much as, say, in opera, especially like a role like Carmen or something like that, where it's nothing but singing. You need 2-3 days rest in between shows for that. So this is a little bit easier, but it's because we were classically trained, and because we do sing in a healthy kind of way. The voice still feels fresh. It still feels, I'm not waking up and saying, gosh, I don't want to sing today, like sometimes you do after a big, heavy operatic role. So I just really enjoyed doing this. You guys are lucky to get to study with her.
I'm sorry, what was that you said?
You're lucky to study with her. She's fantastic. I've been working with Denyce for about 11 years now, believe it or not. Hard to believe. And so we're really lucky to have her, and you guys are lucky to have her. And I really appreciate you listening to me rambling on, but I think we just got called to the stage.
All right, that's it.
So goodbye, everybody. It's a pleasure chatting with you. And good luck this semester, and good luck with your careers.
Beautiful.
Take care.
Thank you, darling.
Sure, my pleasure.
Thank you, darling.